you pull your car into a service department, the process is pretty much the same across most dealerships, right? You pull in a car, they do a walk around, they put some sort of paper tag on the rearview mirror, and then they got a paper tag, a little key ring that they connect to the keys, right? And these tags are notorious for getting torn off or falling off or getting torn, right? They're just not great, right? But the process works. But what if instead you had a tag that was one, a little bit more durable, but two, trackable? So if you had a vehicle tag that you could put on the rearview mirror that you could track and see in an app or dashboard anywhere that it moves around the campus, and more importantly, the same thing for the keys. So this way you'd have a tracking tag on that as well, so when the keys are with a service advisor, you'd be able to pull it up on the phone app or dashboard and see where are the keys. When they go to the mechanic and he puts them on top of their tool chest, you'd be able to find those keys. Or if somebody came and grabbed them to get something out for the customer and then forgot and put them on their desk, everyone could see, hey, where are the keys at to find it so they can continue doing the work on the car. Well, that's what Hyundai of North Charleston is doing. They're taking advantage of TrueSpot's Fixed Ops 360 tool, which allows you to track keys and vehicles in service in real time. Let me show you how that works. So if you want to start tracking your keys and your vehicles, there's a couple things we have to do, right? The first is create a network. Now, what TrueSpot uses is called LoRa. It's a combination of low campus radio and Bluetooth combined. So how do we create that network? It's pretty easy, actually. So on the outsides of buildings, light poles, fences, I use these solar-powered gateways, right? So this is going to pull data points and show where those tags are here, right? So this is what I'm using outside to find those key tags and those car tags. Now, what's cool about these is I can simply run this up a light pole and band clamp it on. Solar-powered, so it gets about a month's worth of charge. So it doesn't require a lot, right? You don't have to run power lines and do all. It's not a big setup, right? It's not elaborate, right? So pretty easy when it comes to the outsides of buildings and just generally outside. Now, inside where keys are going to live, right, or vehicles, right, we're talking about service bays, we're talking about tool chests, we're talking about next to key machines or pegboards or key hooks, I use these interior gateways. Now, these guys simply plug into a power outlet or a USB. So I'm going to use quite a few of these to create that network. Now, all of these are going to talk to a base station. Now, this is what a base station looks like. So it looks like a lot like a wireless router. This is the only piece that's going to connect up to your internet, right? So this is either going to connect via Wi-Fi or you can hardwire it, right? Now, this is what's going to push all those data points to the cloud so that when you open up the desktop dashboard or if you open up the phone app, it's going to show you the location of that key and that car. So let's hop into the app and I'll show you what it looks like to run a search. All I got to do, hit the find a key and find a car button. Now, once I get into here, I just need to figure out whichever tag number I'm searching for. Right? So if you grabbed your RO and it said tag number 1111, right? So something real easy, 1111, I'd simply run a search for that specific tag number. Now, once I do that, it'll pull it up and I go, okay, that's the one I'm looking for. I click on it. It then initially defaults and shows me the location of the vehicle. Now, it'll show me on the map and then right above the map, it's going to tell me the location. So location, service lot, row G and H, right? So that's their naming conventions for this area specifically. So this way I can see the vehicle. Right? And I can zoom in and out to see exactly where that vehicle is at, right? So I'm walking out there, all appears a blue dot on the map. Now, for the key, hit the key tab. It'll then pull up and show me where that key is on the map and then tell me as well. So the key is in service in the quick loops area, right? So I know that the key is there and I know that the car is in the back in the service lot and rows G and H. So for the sake of being able to find a key and find a car, very efficient, right? Now, granularity is maybe something you're asking about. Cars, I can get you within a couple spots. So if you get out to that pin drop, you should be within 1 to 2 spots of where that vehicle is. Keys, I can walk you within 1 to 2 feet of where a key tag is. Now, how you would do that, on the screen right now, you can see up above the map, there's a find a tag button. Now, if I hit that button, a couple things are going to happen. It's going to start pinging that tag every couple seconds, right? So it's going to kind of go in overdrive. Now, additionally, there's an LED in the tag that'll start to flash, right? So if I had like a wall of keys, I'd be able to see if it was on the wall. Oh, it's that one, right? That kind of thing. Or if you were at a desk with a bunch of keys on it, it would start flashing to help you out. And then 2, a secondary screen is going to come up. This screen right here. So when this comes up, a white ball will appear here in the middle. Now, as I walk closer to that tag, that white ball will start moving down towards the darker blue section, that immediate section. When you get to immediate, you are now standing within 1 to 2 feet of a key tag. And if I walk the wrong way, right, it'll start moving away. It'll move up towards that red section, letting me know, hey, you're going the wrong way. So for the sake of granularity, I can get you within 1 to 2 feet and a couple car links. So here we are on the desktop dashboard. And the desktop dashboard is nice for showing you kind of multiple vehicles at once, right? All of the keys, all of the vehicles, right? So this is typically used by your management staff. But understand, if you want to search out a single car, I could come in here and search out that same one that we did earlier and go, hey, I'm looking for tag 1011, and it'll show me where the vehicle's at, and it'll show me where the key is at. So understand you can do those same things. Now, where this gets interesting, though, is that I can view all of the keys at once, or all of the vehicles at once, right? I can jump between all these things. So very helpful. And on top of that, with all these geo-fenced off areas, if you want to understand how many vehicles and which ones are where, you can do that, right? So if I want to know what's sitting on the service back lane, I can click on this and it'll say, hey, we've got 6 vehicles sitting back here, and over to the right, here's all those tags. Now, I've got this list that I can export. There's a button up here, or I can turn the map off, right? If I want a little bit different view, a list view, I can export this list and shoot it over to somebody. So if I had questions about these vehicles, right, if they were parked somewhere funny, we could take advantage of this and be able to export it into an Excel sheet. Now, on top of that, I can do that same thing for keys. So if I want to see all 191 sets of keys that are living inside of the service building right now, well, there they are. And you can see them all grouped up, and they're grouped for reasons, right? They're all sitting on like pegboards or in key machines, right? They're all located in similar spots. But at the end of a night, if I happen to see a key that was living out here on the lot, I might go, hey, we might have left this inside of a car, right? Inside, put it in the cup holder on the dash. Now, you may be asking yourself, okay, this allows me to track inside of this geofenced area, but what if something leaves the campus? Well, I want to talk to you about that. So up here at the top, there's a section called Last Sightings, and I've got it for inventory, and I have it for keys. So if a vehicle with a tag in it or a key with a tag on it ever leaves the campus, it immediately starts a timer, right? So this way you can understand what's left the campus and how long it's been gone for. So right now, they have one vehicle that's left the campus and been gone for more than 24 hours, right? So from 24 to 72 hours. And I can see when it left. It left on 9/20/24 at 5:18 p.m. Now, the vehicle's left, but the key is still showing on the campus. So we may have questions about this. Now, there is a notes section. So they may have left a note in here, right? And if they didn't, maybe it's living inside of their CRM tool, right? Or on their RO, or whatever the case may be, right? But if a car tag or a key tag ever leaves the campus, understand it starts that timer. Now, let's pretend that it left. Maybe I'm Bob the mechanic and I had this set of keys in my pocket and I went off campus to go eat lunch. And we're going, hey man, nobody can find these keys. We need to get in the car, or there's something going on, right? Where are the keys? And we're going, well, we can see they left the campus and it's been gone for 0 to 4 hours. Well, they may go, okay, well, it was assigned to Bob. Let's text him. If they send a message to me and I have the TrueSpot app and I open that app, it'll turn on the location services and you can ping a key off campus. So know that if a key leaves with like an employee, or if you wanted to go drop it off at like a third-party vendor, that you could take it off the campus, open up a TrueSpot app, and tag, or ping, I should say, a key tag and a car tag off the campus. So know that you can take advantage of that depending on what the situation is. Whether you're service, your sales, whoever you are, if you want to track something that isn't a key or isn't a car, understand you can do that. You can take a simple triangle tag and connect it up to a jump box, right? A golf cart, dealer plates, whatever the item is. So understand you can use this on more than just keys and cars. So if you've got those specialty items that seem to go missing every once in a while, that grow legs and walk off, you can connect a tag to it. So that's a quick rundown of the desktop dashboard. Once you have these tags up and circulating through your dealership, you can start to use reporting that we offer. So here's an example of a report that we can set up for service departments. I had some guys that said, hey, I want to know if a vehicle tag or key tag, or specifically vehicle, hasn't moved in a while, right? And it said, can you make it kind of a interactive report? So absolutely we did. We set it up. So what they're able to do is come in here and pick the amount of days, right? So if they want 1 day to 4 days, this is the list of vehicles that haven't moved. If they go up to 2 days, right, it creates another list. I can go up to 3 days. It'll show me anything that hasn't moved in 3 days and present me with a list. I can keep going, right? So all of these tags have not moved in 4 days. So tag number 120, 203, 227, and 277. So for the sake of this, they can look on their RO and figure out, has this car fallen in the cracks and we're just not doing work to it? Or are we holding on like a part that we had to order, right? Is there some reason that we haven't done the work to this car yet? That the vehicle hasn't been moved into a shop to get work done, moved out, hasn't moved at all, just been sitting stagnant. So understand, not only can you track your keys in your cars, but we can start to generate reports for you, something like an idle vehicle report, to help you understand not only what is moving, but what isn't moving. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about tracking vehicles and tracking keys in your service department, please do give me a call, a text, an email. All of my info will be up at the end of the screen and the description of the video. And if you'd like to learn how we can help you track on the retail side, maybe you're looking at keys or keys and cars, or maybe you want to track cars and keys as they move through a recon process, know that we can do that as well. So a lot of different avenues that we can go with our tracking process and our tracking tags. So Give me a call, text, email. Let's talk about your story.